Today we get into DJ company Alpha Theta's new Wave 8 portable speaker. Let's get into it. What's up, my fearless friends? Shayshahn, PhearNone MacPherson here with another gear and gadgets where I like to talk tech, apparel, and gear for DJs, musicians, and artists alike. Today I'm getting into Alpha Theta's new Wave 8 speaker. But first, let me show you the unboxing process. Let me tell you some of the features of this new Wave 8 portable speaker. The width, height, and depth of this speaker is 11.8 inches by 21.8 inches by 13 by 3 inches. It's approximately 28 pounds. The frequency range for the wireless is 2.4 gigahertz. There's different EQ modes, which I'm going to show you. The battery life is approximately 8 hours, and the internal battery charging time is approximately 4 hours when it's off and 6 hours if you leave it on, but it's cool that you can leave it on and charge it while playing it. As far as inputs and I/O on the speaker, it has an XLR TRS combo jack, 2 1/4-inch TRS jacks, one 3.5mm stereo mini jack, and it has one XLR out. So what I really like about this speaker, it has multiple ways that you can plug into it. It has soniclink, which is the new technology that Alpha Theta has made to make it wireless, and you use this soniclink box to wirelessly go to this box, and it's about 15 meters a clear path to, you know, I took it all the way out into my hallway and played it, which is around the corner, and it still kind of was playing, but it did start to break out. But if you have clear line of sight from this box to this, it should get you up to 15 meters. It also uses Bluetooth, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and then you can go hard line in the back. So you have the power button here, which you hold for 1 second, and it comes right on. You have the volume. This green button is soniclink. This button right here is for Bluetooth, and this button right here is to add other speakers. That's the music. That's the music low cut. That's flat, and flat low cut. This is vocal, and this is subwoofer. If you have 3 of these, you can use it as a left, right, and the third one can act like a subwoofer. Everything is very like rubber based, and I saw some people complaining that it's like rubber. The reason why it's so rubbery is because it's waterproof, and that's one of the great features about this, and you know, playing with it out in the elements, backyards, weddings, you know, in the forest, wherever you want to be with this portable speaker. It has the AC in, which uses an IEC cord, as you can see, and it has these wheels like a luggage carrier, which is very cool. Handle, and what I really like that this speaker has is that it has at least one effect, which is echo, which is useful for me when I'm performing in the streets DJing. Let me plug it up to my Prime Go and let you guys hear how that sounds. I also want to show you guys what this Wave 8 looks like compared to my QSC. Of course, the QSC is more powerful, but this Wave 8 is actually a little bit bigger than my 10-inch QSC. And this is a 8-inch speaker with a 1-inch tweeter. And this is a 10-inch. Of course, the QSC is going to be louder, but they have similarities. That's the QSC, and of course, it's like a mixer itself, but it doesn't have any sound effects on board. And of course, the QSC is always going to need to be plugged in. The Wave 8 doesn't need to be plugged in at all. It just needs to be powered up. And as you can see, I'm 3/4 up on the power. Now that I have my soniclink charged up, I'm going to show you how it works wirelessly to this speaker. And all you do is plug it in. Once it's charged, and you begin pairing, and you can see it pairing. And I'm holding down this sonic link button, and it turns green, and now they're paired. And I have my Prime Go linked up. As you can see, I'm gonna press play on my Prime Go. It's on subwoofer, and I'm gonna go through the different settings so you can hear it. To flat. Now we're on music low cut, and just plain old music. And this indicator light right here in the front, I don't know if you can see it. It lets you know when the battery is dying, which is very cool. So if you have this, since it's wireless, you might have it kind of far away from you, you know, the 15 meters away, and you can see if it's starting to fail. And it'll just cut out. It won't give you the crunchiness for 10 minutes and then die. It'll just cut out on you, which is a good feature. And let me show you guys me playing it. I'm gonna stand in the back of my room. As you can see, it's super cool that you can be that far away, no wires for people to trip over and things of that nature. It's really cool to be completely wireless. You just gotta figure out a way how to put this on your deck, maybe on the side like this. So now let me show you how I use it with my violin. That's the violin actually going through on the back here. And I have the echo turned up about 2/5 the way up. And there is a low and a high. And for me, if you have followed the channel for a while, you know having built-in effects, I love having that when I need to use my instrument or even voice, just to have a little reverb or something like echo or reverb or hall to help. And if I play, I can play over it. So let's get into the pros and cons of this Wave 8 from me having it just for a couple of days. The first pro that I really like is that it's IPX4 waterproof. So I know some people were complaining online that it's rubbery on the sides, but there's a reason for that. It's so it can take a downpour like it is today, not mess up your speakers. You can protect your deck instead and let the speakers be outside if you need to run out and move it. I love that it has the 8-hour battery life. I like the simple sync process with the sonic link. I'm not a big fan of Bluetooth because for me, I'm a performer when I DJ, and the latency of Bluetooth, I just stay away from it. I like that it's easy to carry. It has multiple handles that you can use. And of course, I love the effects on the mic. I also like this indicator system on the bottom that lets you know when the battery is dying. Now the cons for the Wave 8. I really wanted to like 2.4 gigahertz connections, but I've had other pieces of tech that used it. I have this Sennheiser wireless system that I really like because it's so small and there's no wires. And it worked at first, but when I got into like a restaurant, what people don't realize with 2.4 gigahertz or even 5.0 is that everybody's cell phone uses that. And if you're in the area where people are using Wi-Fi connections and it starts to get crowded, you can notice breakup. I noticed breakup with these, and actually these stopped working for me. I need to send them back to Sennheiser. But I like the idea of it, but there's so many gadgets nowadays that are using it and not using the UFH bandwidth. They're using the Wi-Fi bandwidth. Another con for the Wave 8 is just the price. Compared to other wireless speakers in this range, $900 is a little bit steep. And I think you're paying for the name Alpha Theta, which is also Pioneer DJ, and they just split, but they're the same company. I also feel like these wheels on the bottom are going to get messed up. They feel like rollerblade wheels that, like, over time, I don't know if you can change these out. Maybe you could take this piece off, but once these wheels go, I think it's going to be a drag. Literally. What are some alternatives for the 2.4 gigahertz? I thought about it. These Skaa Pro DI boxes, the Street Heart and the Danny, these are very cool because they use their own system. Similar to soniclink, but it's not on 2.4 gigahertz. It has its own technology called Skaa technology. And these work really well, and I would consider even using these along with the Wave 8. If you like all the features of the Wave 8, and I know it's expensive, and this is pretty expensive. These two together probably will cost you $500, and this costs $900. So that's kind of expensive, but if you already have some Skaa products, I would use the Skaa products with this Wave 8 when you're in an area where there's a lot of people using the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, which is like certain parks and certain parties where everybody's on their phone trying to use Wi-Fi. One last thing I want to do is just compare it for fun to my QSC. We know that the QSC is a more powerful speaker, but I just want to give you guys an example of how good the Wave 8 is. So we got the QSC up to 12 o'clock, and the Wave 8 is at 12 o'clock. So that's the Wave 8 at 12 o'clock. That's the Wave 8 all the way up. And this is the QSC at 12 o'clock. And this is the QSC all the way up. So what the Wave 8 is punching pretty high. These are basically the same price. I'd say that the Wave 8 is almost as loud as this QSC, but the QSC has more roundness on its sub and a little more power. But you know, basically these are the same price. As far as other wireless speakers, this is definitely way more expensive. So that's it, my review of the Wave 8 by Alpha Theta. Let me know what you guys think about this speaker. I think it's great that you can have a speaker like this that's quality, that's almost as loud as the QSC, and you know, you can take it around, it could get rained on, and it has a pole socket on the bottom, which I might not have mentioned. And it's a good speaker overall. It just might be a little expensive compared to the other wireless speakers, but it definitely is strong enough. You could use two of these if you're doing like cafes or, you know, little areas, especially if you have two of them. Once again, my name is Shayshahn, PhearNone MacPherson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and help me build my channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.